Iebc commends the selection of panel of Iebc for giving the country a constituted Iebc under very difficult circumstances. The President has nominated a new chairman and 6 members of the commission, now awaiting approval by the National Assembly. We urge the National Assembly to reconvene soon to complete the process in view of the urgency of the commission. Iebc shall work very closely with the commission and support them when we can to deliver on their mandate.
Our country is very robust in terms of legislative processes that support this. So, but in the spirit of moving forward, especially in view of the fact that we may not be able to postpone the next elections, and many Kenyans will not wish to postpone the next elections, would urge that let the Parliament receive all the comments as usual as they vet these nominees that the President has recommended, and those who have have issues around them, let that organ of the Constitution do their necessary process, so that we are able to move forward. We cannot keep on lingering over one matter over and over. Yet we have many constituencies in this country which lack representation. We have wards that need representation, and it is not right to continue on in the manner in which we have had long, protracted process for this long.
If there are issues arising as a result of the individuals who are actually appearing on the list, whether as the chairman or the commissioners, we still do have a process to go. And the process that we have to go is the parliamentary process, where they should vet and check all the details so that they can either affirm or dismiss some of the individuals whose names appear on that list. But otherwise, we do certainly commend the process, a difficult process that has been going on with court cases for quite a long while, and we are glad we have reached this stage so that we begin to prepare for our election. In terms of the weakening of the opposition, I think in our statutes, the government statutes, it's expected that we do have a strong opposition that can speak, raise issues with the governance matters. But if the opposition is part and parcel of the governance, it's very difficult for them to raise issues.
Iebc is concerned that the formation of the broad-based government under the President, His Excellency Dr. William Ruto, has led to weakening of the opposition and reduction in accountability. We are concerned that even after signing the MOU with the UDA, ODM still controls the minority party position in Parliament. ODM ought to belong to one side of Parliament. Its current double personality status is untenable. As we stated in our November 2024 communique, the performance of government institutions, particularly Parliament, independent offices, constitutional commissions, the security agencies, among others, does not inspire much confidence among many Kenyans.
As Parliament works with the executive to finalize the preparation of the 2025-2026 budget and the finance bill 2025 to enact revenue-raising measures, Evangelical Alliance of Kenya is concerned about the issue of the ballooning and seemingly now unsustainable public debt. The Kenya Christian Professional Forum, KCPF, to which Evangelical Alliance members are affiliated, has warned that the country has been passing unconstitutional budgets which allow government to borrow recklessly without this being provided for in the estimates and the Appropriation Act or bill. Taxation in Kenya is driving business to closure, and the unemployment crisis is worsening on a day-by-day basis if we do not act on the situation.
Better.
So we use yours.
Yeah, we can do that.
Somebody is reading and closes. It won't close.
Speak a bit up louder a little so that we can hear. There is. The next one is from Kenya Times. Thank you. Do we come here so that we pick them as we go this way? County? Okay. Okay. Yes? Okay.
James Wantana from the Standard newspaper. You mentioned about weakening of mandate of taking the government.
Okay. Iebc is which one? East Africa.
It's they think that they are genuine.
Yeah, thank you.
Chini. Hizi vitu zetu ziko chini. Kwanza hii hapa imeenda chini sana. Kuna statement ndio utachukua, kuna statement kwa. Kuna copies kwa mesa yangu lakini yuko maswali? Pardon? The Supreme Council of Kenya Muslims, first and foremost, congratulates the nominees and the selection panel for the milestone achieved towards constituting the electoral body and wishes the nominees success as they face vetting and approval by the National Assembly. Meanwhile, we wish to observe and state as follows. As one of the institutions under the corporate umbrella of the Interreligious Council of Kenya, IRCK, who nominated members, 2 of our members served, in fact the chair is our member, on the selection panel, SUPKEM unreservedly supports the selection panel's recommendations and the President's nominations that are now before the National Assembly. We are therefore confident that the National Assembly will add the much-needed extra layer of vetting and approval, the product of which will be a team that earns the trust and confidence of the people of Kenya to manage their elections, which are very key to our young but enduring democracy. In this regard, the Supreme Council of Kenya Muslims has ironclad confidence in the selection panel and its outcome, and we will continue to render this support as and whenever required. In essence, we will not run away or question a process which we have been fully involved in and supportive of. We therefore appeal to the National Assembly to expedite the vetting of the nominees for speedy reconstitution of IEBC because the people of the Republic of Kenya are anxious for the IEBC to be up and running to conduct pending by-elections and embark on the delayed boundaries review. Any further delay will affect these processes and affect the preparations and timelines for the next presidential and general elections, which, as the present political environment attests, promise to be very competitive. But as we affirm our support of and confidence in nominees, we are equally concerned about the toxic political rhetoric that has already greeted the nominees. A section of our senior politicians has publicly cast aspersions on the character and competence of the nominees, especially the nominee for the IEBC chairmanship. One of the issues raised by a senior politician is that they should have been further consultations within the dominant political class before the president announced the nominees from the list presented to him by the selection panel. We find this suggestion absurd because constituting the selection panel itself was a very participatory, negotiated, and consultative process. In fact, some of the senior politicians now are admonishing the president for announcing the nominees as their competent representatives on the selection panel. So unless they are saying that they don't trust the contribution of their representatives on the selection panel, another round of consultations to agree on the persons already recruited by the selection panel, would only serve to open another round of unnecessary haggling and political horse trading that will further delay the constitution of Iebc. Just the way the interests of justice are not in favor of endless litigation, public interest is not in favor of endless consultations. Above all, the nominees will be facing vetting in the National Assembly, and if anybody has a problem with any or all of them, they will have a chance to raise them. We therefore appeal to all stakeholders and Kenyans at large to support this process and lend support to the nominees in order to inspire confidence in expected new Iebc.
Wamelalamika sana kwa kuwa hakuna chombo cha Iebc. Kwa hivyo leo imefika hadi ya kuwa chombo hiki kiko tayari. Panel wamechaguliwa kihalali. Kumefanywa uteuzi. Lililobaki ni kufika bungeni ili watu watoe maoni yao, watoe na uteuzi wao. Hakuna time tena ya kuanza tena upya, kwa sababu katika nchi yetu kuna mambo twenda roundabout, kirba goji, goji kirba. Hatutaondoka mahali hapo. Ni lazima jahazi iondoke. Jahazi kuondoka ni kupatikana masarahangi na wapekaji ile jahazi. Panel imefanya kazi yao. Sasa ni kufika kuwachagua ile panel. Panel ikichaguliwa itakuwa tatizo limeondoka. Kuna by elections nyingi. Wakati hauko na sisi kuanza tena upya. Kwa nini watu wakawa wababaika juu ya uteuzi ambao wa panel? Tumewatagua panel kwa maridhiano. Watu wamekubali juu ya panel. Sasa imekuwa watu wataka kuzunguka. Hii ni kutia tashwishi. Ni kutia tashwishi kwa sababu watu hawa wakichaguliwa itakuwa kuna question marks zote. Waache watu wafanye kazi yao. Twawaomba viongozi wa kisiasa na twaomba mashirika yote, sisi kama Supreme Council tukishirikiana na taasisi zingine za dini under IRCK, tuna jukumu la kuhifadhi katiba hii, na moja katika kiungo muhimu ni Iebc, na Iebc ina mbinu zake za kutaguliwa wale watu.